The Village of Mamaroneck Police Department's mission is vision, mindfulness, professionalism, and dedication.
We protect the sanctity of human life and the dignity of human life.
To be one with the community in the sense of we want to be approachable.
To give back to the community, serve them, and go after any criminals.
Protect people and property in the Village of Mamaroneck and help anyone in need.
The Village of Mamaroneck Police Department is comprised of 52 sworn men and women who patrol 3.2 square miles. We also employ seasonal bay constables who patrol 3.6 miles of our waterways. We have bicycle officers who patrol our downtown area. We also have a traffic unit, and we currently have 2 canine officers. So I became the Chief of Police in December of 2020 during quite tumultuous times. As a nation, we were still struggling through the COVID-19 pandemic. There was also some anti-police sentiment due to some things that were going on around the nation. We were in the beginning stages of mandated New York State police reform. Being the first female chief in the Village of Mamaroneck Police Department is historic, but also an enormous responsibility. I want to get it right. I want to be a good leader to the men and women of the department, to be an advocate for the community, and to be a role model for other females in this profession.
It's empowering, I guess, to say. It feels good to know that that barrier was broken and to see, what you can really achieve. Being a female officer there's not as many, so it's nice to see the ranks being opened up, I guess, or that it's possible. And we've had a female chief for a couple years, so it makes it kind of normal here.
It shows young women that the sky's the limit, whatever you want to do.
But you don't see too many females in this profession. It's so dominated by males. But she's a leader that she sets the example for all of us to follow. She's built the culture, she's built the program in the police department that is focused on professionalism, having vision for our profession, not just this police department specifically, but the profession as a whole.
No, because every time I call him, I hear like video games and computers.
As a small department, we are very busy, and we are not immune to some of the critical incidents that larger departments unfortunately experience.
A couple years ago, I responded to a house fire, and it was a 91-year-old victim. I was there with her through her final moments, and I stayed with her. At the time, it was, we're there to do a job. It really didn't hit me until we were at the hospital. I tried my best to have closure with it, and she's still there mentally. She has a spot in my brain. Certain triggers that kind of reactivated it from time to time, but it's definitely gotten better. Being able to come out of sort of my shell and say, hey, let's seek professional services, that was good.
We were a beneficiary of a CARES Up grant, which is a 2-year grant, $80,000 to help increase officer resiliency and wellness. Well, the first thing, we used it to build our peer support program. So we were able to pay for training for officers to be certified by the ICISF, which is the International Critical Incident Stress Foundation. So they were certified in assisting individuals in crisis and assisting groups in crisis. So they can deal with other officers on a peer-to-peer basis, and they can also lead like a debriefing for multiple officers that may be involved in a critical incident. We use some of that money to launch the Cordico app, which is an officer wellness app which allows officers to contact the peer support team. It connects them to services if they need services. It's completely anonymous.
Peer support is very important in the police department. We go on difficult calls sometimes, and we also have things going on in our own personal lives like everybody else. So I think it's really important that it's offered to other officers here, and it's always in the back of everybody's mind to make sure that your fellow officers are okay and check in on everybody.
I think as leaders, officer wellness has to be paramount for any department. When officers are mentally fit, that reverberates into the community.
Engaging with the community is important because we have to build those relationships. How do we build trust? We build trust by connecting with the community, connecting with the public, giving them respect when we get on scene, when we speak to people, being neutral with people and letting them give us their side of the story. That builds trustworthiness.
We do several things throughout the year. We participate in National Night Out, also with Coffee with a Cop, and several initiatives throughout the year, such as Cones with Cops and a Candy Cane Run. We also hold community forums where members of the community can come and voice their concerns so we can learn what we're doing right and what we need to do better. My hopes of future here is to continue to offer wellness initiatives for members of the department, to continue to have healthy officers and a healthy community. I would love to see more females in the department, especially moving up the ranks in the department. Be able to continue to recruit good men and women to be part of this family.